What's good, YouTube? It's Pay. Today I'm back with another video, and before I get into the video, you know how this works. If you've been on my channel before, if you watch my videos, you have to subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, isn't a whole bunch of extra effort, and it helps me out a ton. So you got to subscribe if you watch the content. It's just an honor code system. Otherwise, you will be going to jail for a RICO, serving 25 years to life.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
So, you can either subscribe or go to jail. Your choice. But today I'm going to be talking about Gunna, and a lot has changed since the last time I talked about Gunna. I made a video on Gunna maybe a couple months ago towards the end of 2022. And yeah, everything's changed since then. Obviously, if you don't know what's going on, I'll just give a quick rundown. So Gunna went to jail with YSL, RICO charge. He was in jail for about almost a year now at this point, or up until he got released, and basically ended up taking a plea deal. He took a plea deal, said that YSL was a gang, pled guilty to the charge of racketeering and, being in a gang.
YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
And went home. So yeah, there are still people fighting the case today, like Young Thug and like a couple others, but a lot of these dudes have been getting a lot of really, really nice plea deals. I'm talking plea deals where it's like, I plead guilty, I get sentenced to 10 years, but I have 8 years probation or 8 years suspended sentence, and then I only have to serve 2 years, but I've already served 2 years, so I really just get to go home. Like, they've been giving out some really, really sweet deals. It really seems like they just want Young Thug, but that's neither here nor there. You get the point now. So Gunna basically snitched in a way, and I'm not here to tell you whether he snitched or not. I'm not here to tell you whether it's definite and that's snitching and this. I'm not, because I'm from the suburbs, 2-parent household, great family, went to school, did good in school, all that. I'm not a street dude. That's not what you're here for. I'm here to talk about the consequences of this alleged snitching or whatever, right? So Gunna, when he first got out of jail, he posted a thing on social media. Well, not when he first, but after he got out of jail, he posted a post on social media and was like, I'm home or whatever. And there was nobody in the comment section. Nobody. None of his rapper affiliates were in the comment section. The people that typically work with him, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, Lil Durk, Future, guys like that who have been working with him for years at this point. None of them are in the comment section. So that was already a red flag. Then Durk was really the first one to say something because, he's the voice. So he had to be the first one to say something. And he put out a snippet. And I'll show it to you real quick.
For the girls who died from BBL, what happened to Virgil, we probably gonna tell. I'll let them.
So yeah, obviously that's going at Gunna. What happened to Virgil? He probably gonna tell Gunna was on what happened to Virgil. Makes sense, right? Then Lil Baby unfollowed him. A couple other people unfollowed him. It's just been like an unfollowing spree of Gunna. So they're not rocking with Gunna, obviously. But this is a big deal, but it's not a huge deal. It is, but it isn't. So it's like, Gunna, is he going to be affected by this? Yes, of course. Is his music career going to be affected by this? Yes, of course. Are his numbers going to be affected by this? Yes, of course. Is Gunna done? No, I don't think so. Does he still have fans? Yes. Will his fans still listen to his music? Yes. I don't think he's done completely. The situation definitely cut his career at the knees. And yeah, I honestly didn't think he'd be able to get to this point of like snitching on Young Thug. I actually talked about it a couple months ago. But yeah, I had a take on there that didn't age well. On all that success he was having, it's not like he can just snitch and get out of it. Like, Gunna's not a guy that's, a super hard gangster rapper, street rapper like a Lil Durk or King Von, to where like, you hold him to this standard. But even still, he couldn't do something like that, especially to somebody like Young Thug, who's been there from day one, putting food on his table. Like that would kill his career. I talked about his career getting cut off at the knees. That would cut his career off at the neck. It would be over. But you have to remember, snitching is not the end-all be-all anymore. It's 2023. The fans don't care. People who really listen to Gunna are like, he didn't snitch on me, bro. Like, I really don't care. Like, most of his fans are making jokes about it. Like, they don't really care. They don't. Is it a big deal? Yeah, but most of them are kind of indifferent to it. And if he's still putting out good music, they're still going to listen. And I hate to give this example, but 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is the biggest example of snitching in modern-day history of rap. He snitched, and he was still able to do good numbers when he came home. Now, is he still on now? No. But 6ix9ine isn't falling off now, or hasn't fallen off because of snitching. He fell off because his music sucks now. Like, his music is just buns. So there's the difference between 6ix9ine and Gunna. Gunna's music's still going to be good. It's not because of the snitching why people don't mess with 6ix9ine anymore. It's because his music's just not good. It's just not. So maybe if 6ix9ine makes some good music, he'll have his fan base again. But whatever. This isn't about 6ix9ine. Gunna will still be able to put out music. He will still be able to put out music and have a lot of people listening to it. But what Gunna won't be able to do is he won't be able to do public appearances a whole bunch. Not because people are going to kill him necessarily, but maybe. But I just don't think it'll be good for him to do public appearances. He won't be posting on social media a whole bunch. I don't think there will be any interviews for any time in the foreseeable future. Won't be a whole bunch of tweets. Won't be a whole bunch of Instagram lives. Might not be a whole bunch of live performances. It won't be a whole bunch of stuff that comes with being a rapper. Might not be a lot of shows. But in terms of just releasing his music and people still tuning in, I think he'll still be able to do that. Obviously, his career is going to be messed up by this, but I don't think he's done. I really don't. I think if Gunna just kind of lays low, doesn't say anything, stays pretty much radio silent, announces a project, and does some posts for it on Instagram and stuff, I think he can still be very successful in his career. Obviously, he's not going to be able to get the features from the big stars, but he'll be able to get features here and there from guys who are a little bit smaller than him maybe, or aren't really tuned into the whole mainstream rap scene and don't really care about that stuff. He'll still be able to get some decent features. So I don't think Gunna's as done as people make it seem to be. I think he'll still be able to get a lot of people to listen to his music. He'll just have to be radio silent everywhere else. I just don't see it going well for him anywhere else. Everything he does now is going to be snitch, rat this, snitch this, Gunnatello this, Gunnatello that. He can't do anything besides drop the music and shut the hell up. So I think that's going to be what his career path is for the next 5-10 years, however long he continues rapping. Unless Young Thug gets out of jail and says, nah, it's all good. Like, we worked this out. He's fine. Gunna didn't snitch. We had this plan worked out before unless it comes out like that and he's still labeled a snitch, he's just going to have to drop his music and shut the hell up. And I think that's the route he's going to take. Maybe he can do an interview in about a couple months to a year. It'll be huge. It'll do 1 billion views, and he'll probably have to get an interview with somebody who's not going to ask him super tough questions, and he'll probably curate the interview to make him look in a better light. It won't be just like, I'm going on Breakfast Club, and they're just going to ask me whatever. It won't be an interview like that. It'll be more of a calculated, organized interview to where he can look better because the situation looks pretty bad. So he might be able to do maybe 1 or 2 of those throughout his career, a couple of those down the line. Maybe do his own interview, or not even do an interview, just a video where he's talking and explaining the situation, maybe something like that, maybe a little documentary, who knows. But there's not going to be a whole bunch of, Gunna's on Academics' podcast, now Gunna's on Breakfast Club, now Gunna's on Hot 97, now Gunna's talking to who. It's not going to be a whole bunch of that. Not going to be a whole bunch of that. But he will be able to drop his music. And it will be a little bit controversial because people are like, should we play it? Should we not? Even though most people are going to play it regardless. Radio stations are going to be talking about, should we play it? Should we not? They're still going to play it. If the record is coming out and it's hot and people like it, they're going to play it. Gunna's still going to be successful because he's just that talented at music. He is. He's just so talented. Something like snitching is not going to be able to end his career. It's going to be able to hinder it heavily. It will. But it's not going to be able to end it. So I think where Gunna goes from here is he goes on to continue to put out music, stay pretty much quiet, except for maybe some promo on his Instagram, posting the track list, things like that. But he, for the most part, pretty silent. Not doing a whole bunch of hoopla and partying and club appearances and interviews and, Instagram lives and all. He's not doing all that. Live performances, probably not going to be able to do all that. But still will be popping. And if Gunna does do live performances, it'll look something like Drake's last performance at the what's it called? Oh my God. The Apollo in New York. It's going to be something like that. Going to be a smaller venue, 1,000 to 1,500 people, maybe a little bigger than that, but smaller venues for the most part. Not because he can't sell out these bigger venues, but just because it'll be kind of more of a secure thing. And I don't mean that in terms of like people are coming to shoot Gunna at this show, but just more of a secure thing for the fan bases, keeping it a low profile, if you get what I'm saying. So I don't think he's going to be done completely with live performing. I think he could do some stuff like Drake at the Apollo, where it's smaller venues with more personalized shows to the fans there, and a little bit more secure for Gunna. So yeah, I think he will be able to continue his career. Maybe even able to sell 100K on a project still. Maybe even able to go number 1 on a song here or there if he gets lucky. But I don't think he's done. Is he done in terms of working with Lil Baby and Dirk and Future? Probably. But is his career over? I don't think so. I really don't think so. But It just got 10 times harder for him. I will say that. It just got 10 times harder for Gunna and everything he's going to do. But I don't think he's done. Just because he's that talented and he has that many fans that are still really, really engaged in his music and wouldn't let it go over something like snitching. Because it's a new era. We're not the old heads from back in the day who stick it to the street code. I'm a suburbs kid. I don't give a damn. I don't care. I'm listening to the music because it sounds good. So that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you agree. Tell me why down below in the comments. Tell me why Gunna's a snitch and a rat and you'll never play his music in the car. And if you get in my whip playing Gunna, I'm smacking this like, I don't know, whatever. Whatever y'all got, whatever y'all YouTube tough guys got to say, let me know in the comments. But like, share, subscribe, remember the rule. But thank you so much if you made it this far. I appreciate you. Peace.